one. And right now, Russell Wilson, he's going to find Hollister like he's looking for a pair of khakis. Oh, and he does. That's Jacob Hollister, 10-yard touchdown. Seahawks would lead 13-3 at this point. And how about this? Carlos Hyde-Go-Seek a touchdown. 50-yard TD. The Seahawks lead 20-3 at this point. That TD was the longest rush by any Seahawks player this season. And check out the visuals, though. The visuals caught in this scene right here. It's like I was watching a movie. And it has been like a movie for the Seattle Seahawks. They do clinch a playoff berth. 20-15, they get the win. I want to hear from Jamal Adams, though. What does it feel like to finally get into the playoffs?
Jamal, first time going to the playoffs. I know you have 2 games left this season.
Hell yeah! That's a hell of a feeling, man. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this, guys. Forgive me. I know you guys are used to, Seattle, always going to the playoffs. I'm not used to this. I'm used to sending my cars home by this time. And, hey, I'm already packing up, learning where I'm going next. Where's the vacation? When am I seeing family? Sorry to cut you off, brother. I'm just excited, man. So God is good.
So are you, Jamal, and so are the Bucs, I think. Here we go. They're playing the Falcons. Brady's never lost to him. He was once losing 28-3-1. Remember that? Surely there'll be no sequel there. But Matt Ryan was cooking early, as he was that night, already up 7-0. We're going to have a little play fake. We're going to go to Calvin Ridley. All right. So Matt Ryan is beating Tom Brady by a lot. And I think there's a Lady Gaga halftime show, and Kyle Shanahan doesn't run the ball, and he loses his backpack and all kinds of hijinks. Look out, though. Here we go. This is just a little package of what the Falcons were doing to Brady early. They had 60 yards in the first half. I'm talking not Brady passing. I'm talking 60 total, fam. Tampa Bay missing wide open guys, getting sacked, hitting himself in the head. You're not supposed to do that in this era of football, Tom. Third quarter, though. 24-7 Atlanta. All right, Chris Godwin, 24-7. Is that going to be printed on new T-shirts with the Fox score bug that used to say 28-3? I hope not. But Fournette, who is starting now because Rojo was out, it's 24-21. Please, for the love of God, Kyle Shanahan, run the ball. No, he's gone. He's in San Francisco now. Now we got Raheem Morris. 24-24. 3rd and 6. Boom. Devin White came on the show last week, was incredible. He had 3 sacks in the 4th quarter. What? He went ballistic, and now 27-24 Atlanta. We have a sighting, and it's Mr. Big Chaz, business is booming, yada, yada. Well, I don't know about all that, but this was a good old-fashioned deep shot to Antonio Brown. Might as well have been Roethlisberger. Touchdown, Brady to Brown. They're best friends inexplicably. Are those guys best friends? No, but they're making it work. They win. And Brady shaking everyone's hand in the damn stadium. The equipment manager, the backups, the special teamers, he's come a long way. Have the Bucs, we'll get into it, 31-27. Afterwards, Jane Slater caught up with Antonio Brown, who had that giant smile and saying everything is blessed and he's so fortunate. He was in that mode. Take it away, Jane.
All right, AB, another slow start for this Bucs team. You guys don't like to make this the easy route. What was said in the second half that helped you guys put up more yards on that first drive than you had that full first half?
I think we all took responsibility. Each man accountable to a man. Just took the responsibility to be a band of brothers and dig within ourselves and go out and do what we want. We want to win. We want to be the best. We want to win championships. So I think we dug deep, came together as a team, and got it done.
So the Bucs sit in the 6th seed. They're in good position for a wild card after beating the Falcons. I'm going to help everybody watching. Thank you for choosing us here this morning. I'll tell you what needs to happen here. The Bucs can clinch a playoff spot with a win over the Lions. That's next week. Or if the Bears lose to the Jaguars. That is what you are rooting for, what you want to happen for this playoff picture to secure itself. Now, Schrags, I feel like maybe we should throw away crazy comebacks that come against the Falcons at this point. Everybody is doing it. What'd you make of Tampa Bay's?
I loved it. I thought that they showed fight and some spirit and some heart and something that we haven't seen from them really in this whole season, where they're down in one of these games and they come roaring back. But Kyle mentioned it in the highlight. As much as we talk about Brady and the offense and all the stars they have, the best player on the field was number 45 when it mattered most. We had him on the show on Friday, and Devin White was a character. High energy, high confidence. When you needed him most, he was the one who showed up and got these stops because Atlanta was marching right down the field. Devin White had 3 sacks in the 4th quarter alone, and I'm not talking about sacks in a tie game. sacks when the Falcons could have been just handing the ball off or could have been in field goal position and put this game away. Devin White's fourth quarter was amazing, but his whole game was so good. To me, this was the best individual defensive performance of the entire weekend. 12 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss. All 3 of those sacks coming in the fourth quarter. They needed a hero. They got one, and it was in the form of number 45, I think, Devin White, because in the playoffs, they're going to need that defense too. And after the first half, when they give up all those points, I was wondering if this defense was ready for January football.
Well, Shregs, you know what they say. You come on the show, you find your flow, and he definitely was flowing. For me, it was about that comeback, you know, and it's about a team facing adversity and showing that they can band together, like Antonio Brown said. And you know what else was impressive as we're watching the ball being thrown to Mike Evans? He was thrown to 7 times and caught 6 of them for over 100 yards. That's efficient. Antonio Brown was targeted 7 times, caught 5 balls. That's efficient. And it went down the list. Early in the season, you would see high targets, and the catches, they weren't adding up. The game wasn't efficiently played from an offensive perspective, and I'm just speaking as a wide receiver. That's when I knew that they still had work to do. When Tom Brady was trying to force the ball down to Antonio and the wide receivers were disjointed in certain games, it wasn't like that in this one. So more than them not having a run game of 150 yards, they didn't need that. All they needed to do was move the ball down the field and not force the ball to certain players, and the offense worked, and it was a big comeback for the Bucs.
It was, but I just have this question. I feel like I've had it for months. What the hell is this team? I can't get a handle on them. I can't. I don't know how to define them. They were getting crushed in this game. They looked miserable, and then they just snapped their fingers and they're incredible. The throw to Antonio was like a nice tall glass of water if you're a Bucs fan, because you've been parched, spitting dust, trying to figure out, like, are we good? Are we great? Antonio looked good and everything with Brady, but, like, right now, I would say we're almost to the playoffs. Would you pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with confidence in a playoff game right now against anyone? New Orleans, definitely not. Seattle, I would even say if they get the NFC East winner, would you pick them with confidence? Even if they get the Packers, who they crushed, would you pick them? Even if they get the Rams, who just lost to the bleeping New York Jets, would you still say, yeah, the Bucs have got them? I can't get a handle on them. They're so hot and cold and up and down and in, and I can't figure it out. So they had a great record, and they're going to the playoffs, and they got some great players, but they could lose by 30 points on the wild card or win. I cannot figure them out, and it's almost Christmas, so somebody please help me. Tweet the show. I got nothing.
I think Tom is just saying to himself, let me beat the Lions next week, and then boom, I'm in this thing, and I'll figure it out when I get there.